What is up, people? Saturday morning, the day after week one of college football. Ah, man, I'm still tired. I just woke up. I know a lot of people are probably still sleeping now, sleeping off that long day of yesterday. Man, but yeah, I just wanted to hop on real quick, go over a few games from yesterday. A lot of games I didn't get to watch, but I watched some pieces of. A lot of them that I obviously like the Florida game that I was totally bought in and watched every single second of it. But um, what up, Kobe? What up, Kobe? But yeah, hold on, let me change this. Let me get right real quick. Yeah, mimosa o'clock. Yeah, yeah, and people still sleeping from yesterday's alcohol, I'm sure. But yeah, but what a good day. I mean, just football in general, but obviously the Florida game. Georgia completely killed Oregon. Notre Dame put up a fight against Ohio State. Ohio State struggle win right there by 11 points. The most lethal offense in the country gets they win by 11 points. How about that? How does that work? I don't know. Well, um, what's up, JC? Sunday morning. Yeah, yeah. It's been Sunday morning for the past 8 hours for me. I got about a few hours of sleep, and I'm still waking up. But what up, CJ? Yeah, JC, Florida looked a lot better than anybody imagined. And this is where I'm gonna get to this later in the show. I'm gonna have to calm people down because a lot of people are thinking different about Florida now, and so I'm gonna have to calm them down a little bit. I'm gonna give Florida the praise. I'm gonna give Billy Napier the praise, but I'm gonna calm the fan base down because it was a really, really tough win and a lucky win. To be honest with you, it was a lucky win. I'm going LSU. Just because of the talent gap and being at home. But I do like how LSU is looking this year. What's up, traveling? CJ, thank you, CJ. I appreciate that. But yeah, I mean, man, like I said, just yesterday was just interesting because it's week one. We saw all the coaching changes. We saw all the quarterback transfers in general. And so there's just a lot to look into, and it's too much for me to get into it because this is probably going to be a short kind of show. But yeah, I mean, it was just interesting to see. Like, for example, Spencer Rattler threw for 2 interceptions and 1 touchdown yesterday. That's just one example. Bryce Young didn't run the ball at all last year, which I have this pulled up actually. Bryce Young ran for 100 yards and 5 carries. What is going on here? I've got to watch these highlights or just try to catch up. But it's just some crazy stuff happened. Miami beat the ever living dog doo out of a nobody school. But if Miami won 40-3 or 70-3 or whatever it was, 13, whatever, Miami looked good. Yeah, Florida flexing, and easily Florida could have lost the game yesterday. So easily, man, easily. Florida got lucky. Florida played a really, really good game, but Florida did get lucky yesterday. I'm not gonna bullshit anybody, but Florida played really, really good, and Anthony Richardson put all the haters to doubt. So that's a fact. But how did y'all feel about yesterday? I'm gonna put the link in here. No, nobody has to come in. I'm just kind of gonna go through a little bit of the games. I know we did this last night on Tiger Baskin's show with me and TB, but I just kind of wanted to go through it a little bit again here on the channel and just go through a few things. But man, Georgia looked unreal yesterday. I'm not gonna lie, and I've said this after they won the Natty, they're kind of in another tier now. But with Todd Monken at OC, Georgia just looks unreal, man, and it kind of pisses me off. It really does because good morning, True Seminole. It kind of pisses me off because I'm sitting here seeing all this talent on that team, and I'm like, dude, you know how far Florida is behind that, and so it didn't have to be this way. Thank you, Dan Mullen, but it just is, and that's where we're at. But no, seriously, Georgia looks really, really good. A lot of people made the argument that Oregon was just horrible. I don't know how how well that stands up. I don't know how Oregon's going to do. I know Bo Nix is not the greatest, but that's one thing. Yeah, my team's Florida, Curtis. Big win yesterday with Florida. I at some point in this show, I'm going to get into a Florida rant. But yeah, I'm trying to give people their flowers. You know who looked good yesterday? Michigan. Michigan looked good. 51-7 over Colorado State. Man, Michigan looked really good, and they played Cade McNamara for almost the whole game. Now, in my opinion, I think that J.J. McCarthy is the much better quarterback with the much better ceiling. Cade McNamara probably knows the system better, but I think that J.J. McCarthy is with his legs and his arm is way better than Cade McNamara by far, and it's exactly what Michigan needs if they're not going to have an elite defense to get to the next level and beat Ohio State. And speaking of Ohio State, how they struggled against Notre Dame. First-year head coach. And look, this is kind of an argument that people throw around. This is an argument that people throw around. It's a first-year head coach. It's the first game, blah, blah, blah. Well, okay. Well, we saw Mario come out here and just drop a 70 bomb on a nobody. And I'm not saying that's anything significant, but it's a first-year head coach. We see Billy Napier come out here, first-year head coach. He wins against a top 10 team and a really good Utah team. So, and then you see, on the contrary, you see Dan Lanning struggle really bad, but it is Georgia. So, I mean, it's hard to really take anything away from that anymore. You got the portal that helps you out, so, and people want expectations like that. So, you got to kind of have a quick turnaround. So that's kind of the expectation now. So, yeah, UNC got very lucky. I put money on UNC because I thought they were being overlooked. I won, but I was kind of wrong. That defense for UNC is horrible. App State should have really won that game. They really should have. App State should have absolutely won that game. Good morning, X-Wing. How you doing, buddy? Yeah, X-Wing, can you tell me? I'm going to put this link in the chat. Nobody has to join in. Like I said, I'm just kind of rambling for a little bit. But how did Bryce Young have 100 rushing yards and 5 carries? Was it quarterback keepers? Did he scramble? I don't know. But yeah, UNC, man. Drake Mays looks really good. It's just Gene Chizik. He's the assistant head coach. Let's be real. Gene Chizik is a defensive guy. He's over that defense, and that defense looks bad. I mean, it's horrible. They can't stop a nosebleed. It's bad, man. It's really bad. So let's look at other things. I'll do Utah and Florida last just because I'll be long-winded there. Cincinnati and Arkansas. This was an interesting game to me. I thought Arkansas was going to completely blow them out. I just really did. 6.5 points was the spread. They did cover by half a point, but I mean Cincinnati. So which one is it? Is Arkansas not as good as people think, or is Cincinnati, even after losing all those pieces, are they still a really good team? That's my question there. Let's see. Yeah, and that's the thing, that the new quarterback for Cincinnati, he had to throw like 46 times. He completed like 34%, or not percent, 34 out of like 45% of passes. They threw a shit ton. I'm gonna let JC in here. What's up, JC?
What's up?
What's up, buddy? How you feeling?
I'm doing all right. I'm just trying to figure out trying to set my audio up. It's not a Bluetooth.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you sound good here, though.
Is it working now?
Yeah, you sound fine here.
Okay. Yeah, I was shocked by Florida's performance. I really was shocked. I didn't think they'd have it that together. They looked like a good team they looked like they were doing well as a team.
Yeah. Yes, there is protocol, but it just so happens that everybody just already cams up. So.
Yeah, I mean, I showed my cam already, but.
What up, X-Wing?
How's it going? How's it going,
man? I'm feeling great. Ain't gonna lie to you.
Wait,
Who
are you a fan of again? Georgia or
Florida. He's a Florida man.
Oh, never mind. You're a Florida man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. I totally forgot you're a Florida man.
Damn.
Yeah, they did really good, man. I'm proud of them. Really, I'm really impressed by them. So
yeah, dude, it was a really good game, and like I said earlier, I mean, they won that game by luck. I'm not gonna lie, but it was a good game played by both teams, and so Florida's team played just more disciplined and harder than I've seen them play in probably almost 3 years, probably at least 2.
yeah, if you look at last year, I'm sorry for cutting you off. If you look at last year, after they played really good in the Alabama game, but after they lost to Alabama, they just lost their, momentum, or they just didn't really care after they lost Alabama.
Yeah.
But after the Alabama game, they played the best game, or up to that point, and then they were a different team after that game. So.
Yeah, they definitely were. I mean, and a lot of people are, all off season. This is all I've heard. Florida is horrible, 6-7. Emory Jones, blah blah blah. And I have to remind people that, like you said, after that Alabama game, Dan Mullen gave up. The players gave up. I mean, it just was a whole different team. And now you have a coach in there that's bringing the buy-in back, the culture back, and all that, the recruiting back. I mean, there's nothing but up from here. And so I knew that this was going to look like a totally different team. And I'm pleasantly surprised with what I saw, but I'm just as a whole, I'm just very, very happy and surprised with the level of discipline, even though there was still a lot of penalties, but the team just looks completely different.
Yeah. Now Utah did fall apart in the end. Near the end, you could tell they just they.
I'm surprised how good
they were trying to rush things.
Florida held up on the front seven, really, on the line of scrimmage, really.
Yeah, that's what I've said. I mean, I'm extremely surprised. I think that just comes with having Todd Grantham gone, I'll be honest with you. But yeah, they did really, really well. Going into the late third quarter and in the fourth quarter, that's when it kind of fell apart. I mean, Utah could have run any play and they would have ran it right down Florida's throat. But in the beginning of the game, the first half, and then going into the third quarter, the front seven played really, really well.
Yeah, they need to clean up some things on defense, but offensively, I think they played pretty good. Utah's not a bad defense.
No,
they're a really good defense. So scoring, doing what y'all did, running the ball against them is pretty impressive, I think.
Yeah. I was really impressed with the running backs, and I said this last night. Travis Etienne's brother, true freshman, coming in, man. He only rushed 5 times, but he had 50 yards with an average of 12 yards a carry. I mean, he looks really, really good. I'm very excited for his future. I mean, he looks really, really damn good.
With Bryce Young, you said Bryce Young running for 100 yards. He just saw some open grass, and he had like a 60-yard run at one point, and he was just.
Did he really? Wow.
Yeah, he was just running the ball a lot for some reason. It's not really like him, so maybe he's gonna run the ball more this season. We'll see. But he definitely got the wheels to do it.
He definitely has the wheels, but Nick Saban never really wanted him to run.
Yeah, I think
he's. And tell me about Jalen Milroe. I saw. What was he? 7 for 8 yesterday.
I think he had an interception too.
Did he?
Shoot.
Well.
But he, he's great. He's a runner. Really, I didn't really get to see him run that much though, for some reason. But yeah, he did a good job. But
he looked good though.
Yeah, he looked good. He's a big guy.
I love Jalen.
He's like a
I'm
Jalen.
a big fan, man. Yeah. I'm a big fan.
He's huge. He's a beast.
I'm a big fan of Jalen Milroe.
I think
What's
the
up,
only
ECG?
reason he had
thanks for popping in, bro.
I think the only reason he had that one interception because it was soon after they put him in, and I think that was just a mistake he made. I mean, young quarterbacks.
It might have been.
Yeah, he is a young quarterback, so that's going to happen. Yeah.
Bryce Young had some overthrows and some underthrows, but maybe that's just from the getting on the same page as the new wide receivers.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Kobe Prentice, he did really good. And so
man.
did Trayshawn Holden. So
See, I have a lot of
them.
questions about this. This is why I'm glad to have you on here. How did Tyler Harrell look?
Tyler Harrell, he didn't even start. He
didn't even play?
Yeah, he wasn't even a starter, no.
What the hell?
I don't even think he even had a catch in the game now.
Really? So who's the best? Who's the leading wide receivers for Florida right now? Or for Florida, for Alabama right now?
Their starting wide receivers is Kobe Prentice. He's a redshirt freshman, or he's a freshman. He just came in on campus and he just been blowing it up. He had like 60 yards in the game. You got Trayshawn Holden. He's either a freshman or a sophomore. He's young too, but both of them are starting. And then you got Jermaine Burton and trying to figure out. Well, those are the three starters, but I'm trying to figure out who else they. Christian Leary, he's rotational, and so is Tyler Harrell. But like those guys, they didn't even really play. So, but.
Yeah, that's interesting. I thought that they would, if they're going to make any contributions to the season, I think they would at least, get some reps this first game.
Just starters are.
What about Jacoby Brooks?
Jacoby Brooks had like one catch, but he's not a starter. Man. So you got Trayshawn Holden, Kobe Prentice, and Jermaine Burton. Those are our three starting wide receivers for the year. And I think they played really good. So yeah, I'm proud. I'm impressed by them.
I got to do this for High Top.
Yeah, Burton looked good too. I don't.
Yeah, Burton had
I'm not like most of these Georgia fans that think, they hate on Burton because he left. I understand he left because he wanted to get more receptions and stuff.
And I hope I'm sorry, Georgia, but Georgia looked like the best team in the country. But I really hope Florida beats Georgia. I'm sorry.
Hey, you and me both, bro.
I didn't think Georgia was going to do as well as they did yesterday.
Well, Georgia just completely destroyed Oregon. It was kind of like Alabama beating Miami last year. It was just completely no chance.
I did pick Georgia to cover the spread.
I didn't
think they would. I didn't think they'd beat them by 46 points.
Yeah, I don't think anybody thought that was going to happen. And I thought people they were going to Ohio State was going to blow out Notre Dame, and that didn't happen either.
Yeah, that was a close game. That was.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. What was I about to say?
Well, I got one thing I wanted. I came on here Tuesday fishing. I did pick Utah to win, but in a close game. But I'm glad Florida won. But I did pick them, so I lost that point on my pick'ems.
Yeah, and this is I've been kind of ragging people because there's been nobody that I've seen that picked Florida. I mean, there's been, like I've said, there's two people that I've seen in the comment sections, but I'm not ragging people for picking Utah. I mean, it was a good game, and Utah could have.
It was a good game.
I picked Florida, but I didn't pick them in my pick'ems. But I verbally said Florida was going to win. I verbally said that because I
bet games this weekend, but I wasn't touching that Florida game. No way.
Yeah. I went 2-5 in the pick'ems. I did terrible. Like I think I picked UNC to cover. I picked Boston College to cover. They didn't cover. I picked Oregon to cover. They didn't cover. Like I just did terrible on my picks. So I'll go over it on my show. I'm gonna have a show today, so I'll go over it on my show. But
when you going live?
I don't know yet. Probably around like 3 or 4 or something like that.
Okay, I'll try to hop in there. But yeah, dude, I mean, man, what a good weekend. God, Caleb Williams looked good. Quinn Ewers was getting his kinks out. Who else, man? Mississippi State curb stomped Memphis after losing to them last year.
Traveling fools. Anybody score over 69 points?
Yeah. How about those?
You own that title, buddy. Man. You own that title.
Those
did they have the? I didn't even watch the Miami game, but like, did they have their starters in the whole time?
Let's get the elephant out of the room
now, right?
Let's get the elephant out of the room, bro. Texas A&M.
Oh yeah, Texas A&M didn't do very good, did they?
What y'all doing?
I didn't really.
They did not look good.
No,
they
did not look good at all.
What was it, 35 or something? I don't. I don't know. I didn't really watch that
31 to
game.
0.
31 to
believe.
0, but they
0.
struggled.
But it was Sam Houston State. I mean, come on.
Yeah, they were supposed to pull a Miami. That's what they were supposed to do.
Yeah, their offense don't look good, but their defense definitely top tier, probably still.
Yeah, the defense is very, very good, and I think A-Chain is really, really good. The problem with A&M is they haven't figured out the quarterback. I mean, how to throw the ball effectively. Other than Kellen Mond in that COVID year, I mean, they haven't thrown the ball well. They haven't figured it out.
Yeah, well, they do have a lot of new players at Texas A&M, but I don't know how much you can lay the blame on that.
Well, they do have like a top 4, top 5 as far as team talent in the country.
Yeah.
So I mean, you got to kind of look better than that, in my opinion. I don't know.
Yeah, you do. I mean, you got first year head coach and Billy Napier. Look what he did with Florida. He made them look good. He's a brand new coach, and I understand that's comparing kind of apples to oranges, but that, and then you got Texas A&M with a #1 recruiting class. You should be able to put something decent together.
Yeah, against Sam Houston, yeah, you would think. I mean, you really do, man. But yeah, like I said, I do think A-Chain is really good, and Texas A&M's defense is no joke.
Mm-hmm.
But that quarterback position, it's got to get figured out. They got Max Johnson and Haynes King. Max Johnson's proven in the SEC, not as an elite quarterback, but he's proven to be able to play at this level. So,
and they did play both of them, and neither one of them looked like perfect, great.
Exactly.
So what do y'all think about Ohio State?
Average at best.
Do you think Ohio State is their offense is elite, or like how we thought what they were, or do you think that Notre Dame's defense is just pretty good?
So I might have an unpopular opinion on this. I think Ohio State's offense probably is still elite. And I don't think Notre Dame's defense is as good as it was advertised either. My opinion is that Ohio State showed that they were human, and a lot of all off season, I'm sitting here thinking, Ohio State's they're going to be elite offensively, and then the defense is going to improve, and they're not going to be able to be beaten. And then Georgia comes in here and does this, and then Alabama looks how they look, and then Ohio State shits the bed kind of, and it's
watching the Notre Dame Ohio State game, like I was thinking the whole time, all Notre Dame has to do is score some points. They had they couldn't score. Like they couldn't score in the second quarter, the third quarter, the fourth quarter. Like I don't even remember the last time they scored, because like I was watching the game, I was flip flopping between games, and like I kept going back to the Notre Dame, Ohio State game, and like they still had 10 points.
Yeah, it was like stalemate. It was like, y'all gonna score at any point?
Is Ohio State's defense really that good?
It seemed like to me like which team wants to win this game, because neither one of them seemed like they were really driven to fight to win,
Yeah, and like Slim said, these week one overreactions. Like, look, I think Ohio State's still going to be really good. Now, if they would have played Georgia yesterday, do you know what would have happened? I think you already know. But like with Florida, like
I totally forgot how the Florida game ended. Actually, with the interception, I totally forgot about that. Yeah, that was insane. Because
I gotta run through it for you. I can do it
because I thought that Utah was going to score there or get a touchdown and win the game, and I was like, oh crap! And for some reason, they threw an interception. Like, what a dumb decision! Like,
it wasn't a dumb decision. He just made a mistake at the prime, perfect time for us. He made the mistake at the right time, because Cam Rising played really, really good all game.
Yeah, he was good. He's a good quarterback. I think Utah's quarterback is like, he looked good most of the game, and then at the end he just made that terrible decision. Which
he had a great game.
Yeah,
he wasn't bad. Anthony Richards wasn't bad either. I like to call him AR-15, but you can't call him that no more. But
hey, let me show you something.
That's right.
I'm not stopping. I'm not stopping.
He had a great game, like 3 touchdowns on the ground. Wow. I'm looking at the stats right now.
I want to say that one, it was during the Notre Dame Ohio State game. There was one drive where they drove down the field and Notre Dame was driving down the field, and then they just settled for a field goal. I'm like, what the hell? What the hell's
Is
Marcus Freeman doing here? Like, that's crazy to me.
Yeah, when you look at
They
that
had
game though,
momentum
just as
and
a
they
whole,
just
man,
we're gonna settle for a field goal.
well, Nebraska won yesterday.
yeah, barely. Barely. Oh my God. Against North Texas.
Yeah.
Scott Frost is at this point, I'm wondering if he wants to get fired. He's pulling a Dan Mullen to me.
Kentucky kind of struggled a little bit.
They did. Yep.
Yeah.
Ole Miss kind of struggled too. Jeez, their offense looks like crap.
Yeah. Yep.
I had Houston cover, and they didn't cover either.
They didn't cover? Really?
No, they didn't
It was
cover.
only like
Houston.
5, wasn't it?
Yeah, they only won by 2 points in overtime. And
yeah, shout out to Zona.
Arkansas covered for me. I wish I would have got to see the whole Arkansas game because I really didn't get to pay attention to that game that much. But I heard it was a really good game, and I watched a little bit.
It was a good game. It was long and hard fought, and unless you're an Arkansas fan or anything or a Cincinnati fan, it was kind of boring. But it was definitely a good game. It was a really hard fought good game. I watched a lot of it.
Did y'all see the NC State game?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Like
I seen
no defense. No defense detected.
Through a lot of different channels, but
no defense detected at all.
I mean, it was a low scoring. It was a 21 game.
There was some crazy.
They just missed the extra point, and they could have sent it to overtime if they got that.
Well, they hit that bootleg, and then he just overthrowed him barely, and that would have been a touchdown and won the game. App State.
Yeah.
Oh, I was talking about NC. I was talking about the NC State game.
Oh, the NC. Oh,
State
yeah. Okay, you're right. Yeah, that's a whole other thing.
The NC State game was a low scoring game. It was like 21.
And how about he missed 2 in a row?
Oh yeah, he missed the extra point and then missed the field goal.
Yeah, man.
Yep, they could have won.
Tough shit, man. That's really tough shit.
Let me look at the
two failed chances.
Yeah, so I mean, it was a crazy day yesterday. Just when you start looking at everything, you have to try to not to overreact on some stuff, but not to underreact on others. You know?
Yeah, well, I think I'm overreacting about the Georgia win a lot.
I think I am too.
Because
I mean, Georgia's looked good.
Really, it looked really good, and
I hope somebody can contain their offense. I don't know.
Who do they play next? Who do they play next? Georgia, man.
I can tell you.
Samford.
Yeah, Samford, and then South Carolina. I think is week 3.
And then South Carolina.
Okay. Yeah,
we're gonna
North Carolina's just
dump a mud hole in South Carolina.
South Carolina's like crap.
Yeah.
Now Tennessee. What do y'all think about Tennessee?
I think Tennessee's all right. I mean,
offensively, at least.
Let's see how many points they gave up.
They only gave up
10.
That's the one game I did.
Yeah, they gave up 10, but it's Ball State.
I gotta spank some kids. I'll see you guys.
No, you're good, buddy.
I'll see you.
Hey man, yeah, thanks for coming in, bro.
All right.
I'm gonna let Slim in here real quick.
Yeah.
What's up, buddy?
What's up, Slim?
Yeah, I was sitting there listening to y'all at the end.
I can barely hear you, man.
I said this last night. That better?
A little bit better.
Say again.
So is that better?
Yeah, that's much better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I was sitting there listening to you at the end, and I think you're absolutely right. And I said this to somebody yesterday. And it may have been you and TB. Is Oregon worse than people thought? Is Notre Dame's defense better than people thought? I don't know. And that's why I said, well, maybe people are overreacting a little bit to week 1. I mean, there are things that we will be able to say after this week. Like North Carolina's defense is absolutely terrible because they've played terrible 2 games in a row now against bad teams.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Chase Bryce looked like a Heisman winner against that defense, bro.
Well, me being a Georgia fan, before the games even started during the off season, I seen what we lost to the NFL draft, and I see what we lost to the transfer portal. But I never thought that our defense was going to completely fall off the map. But I was
didn't either.
surprised.
Well, I
that
didn't either.
I was
Yeah, I'm about to
surprised
say, I
that
don't
they
think
Any reasonable
did what
person
they
never
did
thought that.
yesterday.
Yeah.
So
what absolutely is
but
surprising
it was against Oregon. So
what is surprising is Stetson Bennett looking like a quarterback for the first time ever.
yeah,
And I said this too, though, and we talked about this, but every single person he threw to was wide ass open every single time.
they were
one or two balls that were in the, he threw one 50-50 ball, the corner of the end zone, and the wide receiver came up with it. But he never had any challenges throwing the ball at all.
Yeah,
and that's what's making me
that team.
That's what's making me wonder about Oregon, because if everybody was that wide open, and according to Sir UGA last night, he had enough time to make a sandwich and to eat it in the pocket on every play.
He did.
I mean, maybe Oregon's just that bad. Not taking anything away from Georgia, but maybe Oregon's just that bad because this is Dan Lanning's very first game ever as a head coach.
Yeah, and that's the point I brought up too. Like, now, and look, some head coaches do good. Some head coaches, for the first time, they never work out. We don't even know none of that yet. That's out of the question. But you also see Billy Napier coming in and then Mario Cristobal scoring 70, and then you're like, well, the first year head coach thing is not really an excuse anymore. But at the same time, you're playing the national championship defending champions and in Oregon or in Georgia, at Oregon, and in your first week. So I mean, what do you really do? Like, that's why you have to really see what happens from. And you said this last night, I think, Slim. You got to take more inventory of the next few weeks to really gauge certain teams.
Yeah, and you gotta realize also that Dan Lanning was the defensive coordinator for Georgia last year, and he did stay with the team for the national championship game. He coached the defense for us. He didn't actually go to Oregon until after that. So the way I look at it is Dan Lanning doing good at Oregon? It's too early to tell.
It's way too early to tell.
If you look at what he did at Georgia, he's got to change Oregon's defense. I'm not saying Oregon's defense is all terrible because they got two very good defensive players. That Sewell and Fowle or something like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you one thing right now.
Good yesterday too, but those are two players for the whole defense. You can't just say, "Oh, well, he ain't had time to do nothing yet."
But that's not true. There's talent all over that Oregon team.
Yeah, that's a top 10 roster in the nation.
Yeah,
you look at Georgia's the receivers or tight ends; they were wide open. I mean, they didn't play that well.
Well, look, and that's where I credit Kirby. I credit Todd Monken and all the skill position players on Georgia. I mean, they just completely outmatched Oregon in every single way. And like I also said, I mean, Oregon has they have a top 10 roster. That's an absolute fact. So, defensively, they just didn't have the plan in place to stop Georgia. They just didn't have it.
And I didn't mean like they don't have talent. He hasn't been there long enough to take the talent that they do have, and it takes time. It just takes time to get people to play the way you want them to play.
Yeah, you never joined, so if that was you, don't stop it.
And also, I'm not saying this is going to happen, but for all we know, Dan Lanning could be like, Will Muschamp, great defensive mind, elite coordinator, just not cut out for a head coach. It's one of those things only time will tell.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you got to give this thing. So, I mean, what are y'all's opinions on this? If he plays Bo Nix the whole year in the Pac-12, what does he go? 8-4, 9-3, maybe.
I mean, the same thing we're saying as far as overreacting. I mean, the same could be said, for Utah. Same thing as I can definitely say everybody's overreacting to USC.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
okay,
It's Rice, bro. It's Rice.
It's Rice. Exactly. I'm not on here. I'm not on here beating my chest because we beat up Bethune-Cookman. That's exactly what we're supposed to do.
Exactly. Yeah. So screw all that. But in my opinion, Utah still is probably the leader to win the Pac-12. In my opinion.
I think in the Pac-12, it's going to end up either being Oregon or Utah. I still think Oregon.
Yeah, and speaking on that, like you just said, I mean, Oregon could very well be a decent team in the Pac-12, but you play a top-tier SEC team and you see what happens. And like I said, it's the first week of the first year. If this game was played in week 10, maybe it looked different. We don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, I absolutely.
And I know a lot
all
of
these teams look different week 10.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're all going to look different.
And I know you're gonna start seeing probably a lot of USC fans coming out of the woodworks, and because 66 to whatever, but you gave up all those points to that crappy ass team you played. Like, really?
Well, all those points is not very many points, though.
Yeah. Well, you've got Miami fans complaining that we gave up 13 points to Bethune-Cookman, but I mean, they scored one touchdown and it was a busted coverage. I mean, busted coverages happen.
No, I'm talking about USC, not South Carolina. I'm talking about Southern Cal. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know.
Specify.
Well, yeah, we know who the real USC is.
Like, what, 44 to?
It ain't South Carolina.
Well,
40, 60 something to 44.
But see, here's the thing. I'm not a
14 or something.
Yeah, they only gave up like 14. But even then, USC.
But USC's defense is not good either. Don't get it twisted. It's not good.
USC's defense was not good when they got there, and we have no reason to think it's going to get any better under Lincoln Riley.
No. Not with bringing the same defensive coordinator from Oklahoma with him. No, it's not going to. I don't think so. And this is a comparison that maybe it's a little bit, I don't know. You let me know, but Oklahoma with Lincoln Riley going to USC and Tennessee are very similar.
They are.
Yeah.
I wouldn't disagree with that at all.
Yeah. I don't see any of the defenses getting any better until they start recruiting top defensive players.
There's another one that falls into that same category. Tennessee, okay, you beat up on Ball State. Congratulations. Yeah,
and that's the overreaction category. Like, yeah, good for you, dude. I mean, cool. And Tennessee looked good doing it, and that's what you expect, though.
Yeah, and see, perfect example. People are already writing off Pitt to lose to USC. I'm not at all. Yeah. I mean, Pitt's offense looked good. Their defense definitely looked better than Tennessee's. And I'll even take it a step beyond. Week one. Everybody knows week one's a sloppy game, but Pitt played a week one game, a rivalry game.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's another team that I think is a little bit being overreacted on. I mean, not saying they're going to be, world beaters or anything, or even, win the conference this year. Okay. But I mean, would anybody be surprised if Pitt goes 8-4 this year?
You talking about Pitt?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was really high on Pitt in the offseason. And it's hard to judge how they looked in week one, like you said. And with Keaton Slovis, I mean, I think he could end up being better than he played in that game. But as far as judging by that game, I can see an 8-4 team. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Anthony Richardson tore. Yeah. Anthony Richardson did. Yeah, AR-15 all day.
Yeah.
How dare you?
I do want to ask you you can't put 15 with the AR. It's culturally inappropriate. I wanted to ask you though. You said you can't say that Anthony Richardson is a good quarterback, and then I heard you talking the other day about how Lamar Jackson is not very great either.
I'm just going off the numbers.
The passing numbers, though, right?
Well, that's exactly how you judge a quarterback is by his passing numbers. I said that Lamar Jackson, the running back, is really good. Lamar Jackson, the quarterback, is average.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I'm not saying I disagree. The only thing I'm saying is that if you put Lamar Jackson at running back, it wouldn't go so well. But you put him at quarterback at that position with you know how the game is played, the threat of throwing the ball, the threat of running the ball, the threat of handing it off, all that. If you put him at the quarterback position and he runs like that, it's totally different than if you would have put him at a running back. Like, so you can't say he's a good running back. I mean, he's just a good running quarterback. That's what I think.
Yeah,
I wouldn't disagree. I wouldn't disagree with that.
Yeah.
And like I said, I really didn't mean,
it was just specifics like
him or Richardson, being a running back. I was saying their running ability in general. Both of them are good.
Yeah.
But I mean, same thing goes with Anthony Richardson. The numbers show it. Yeah, he's nowhere near an elite level quarterback.
Not yet. No. I would say he's an elite runner. I would say that, but as far as passing, no, I got to see a lot more.
Right. And yes, he has the running ability. I mean, we still know Georgia's defense is going to be really good. I don't think you're going to go in there and just curb stomp Kentucky like you're thinking you're going to. I think that's kind of a overreaction as well.
Well, and that's why this is the whole reason I'm doing this whole thing is because this overreaction thing. I don't think we're going to curb stomp Kentucky either. I don't think Kentucky's going to be that great, but I don't think we're just going to waltz in there and just beat the hell out of them. I really don't.
No,
now, I wouldn't pick Kentucky in the game at all, but
I may. It depends on what the line looks like and all that kind of stuff.
Chris Rodriguez is going to be suspended. Kentucky's leading rusher. Will Levis doesn't have a target to throw the ball to. They struggled in their first game. I mean, there's no reason that Florida shouldn't win this game next week. There's really no reason, especially with the momentum. The only really reason you could say is maybe the hangover, but I think if anything, it's momentum on this team that's been down for so long.
So y'all play Kentucky next?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Kentucky next week.
They got Kentucky, South Florida.
I think Florida will beat Kentucky.
Yeah.
I did pick. Before the season started, I did think that Kentucky was going to beat Florida, and maybe I'm overreacting to the first game, but I think I'm wrong on that one.
Yeah, Sports C in the comments. Kentucky's not really banged up. They're losing their best running back in this game. And yes, I did pick Utah, Florida win, and Kentucky for Florida win, and I picked Tennessee, Florida to lose. So far I'm on point. So far.
And you should beat South Florida too. Don't pull one of those.
Yeah, that'll be a tough one.
To South Florida.
That'll be a tough one.
I'm just saying, don't go up there. Excuse me. Don't go up there and get upset. Just don't do that.
No, it's not going to happen. Wait, you talking about Tennessee or South Florida?
South Florida.
Well, you said up there. That's down there. So that's why.
Because listen, I mean, this is still. Let's keep things in perspective. The great win yesterday. Nobody's knocking that.
Right.
But this is still Billy Napier's first Power 5 head coaching jobs. He's gonna do things this year that leave you scratching your head.
Yeah, no, and this is what I said yesterday. There was 6 minutes left to go. Florida gets the ball. They got to score to win. Billy Napier, his game plan was to drown the clock as much as he could on that drive to win the game. And he did, but he also, I mean, look, watching the game, it was late in the game. Utah had figured out how to just run the ball on Florida. There was no stopping it, the throw or the run. And Billy Napier wanted to drown the clock. He drowned it to a minute 45. And dude, I mean, that could have easily it could have easily lost the game for him. I think he played and coached the game very, very well up until that point. But I think he could have easily lost that game for Florida. I think he easily could have.
Oh yeah, because I mean Utah's offense just marched right down right after that.
Yeah, there was no stopping it. Like that late in the game. And look, Kyle Whittingham adjusted. He figured out like Florida was stopping Utah really, really good in the first half. And he started adjusting and figuring out how to run the ball on them and throw quick little passes and just move the ball easily on Florida.
But see, you saw that in a lot of games this week. West Virginia, Pitt. It was the fourth quarter when that game blew up. North Carolina, Appalachian State. That was the fourth quarter when that game turned into a track meet.
Yeah.
So there were several games this week. It was late in the game, and offenses were just able to impose their will.
Yeah. And dude, I mean, I that whole game. I ain't gonna say it, but you commented last night, and it was tight, bro. It was tight. It was.
Yeah. DJ Bishop went live. As soon as they went live, I clicked on it. Thing I typed in there is how tightly puckered up is your butthole right now.
As soon as we went live, I was like, "TB, I'm not saying nothing.
Interception.
I'm not saying nothing until we win."
Yeah, that
shit.
That because it was right before that was right after y'all came on was the interception that sealed it. And I was sitting there looking for a replay, trying to see because it's hard to see some things during the game, and I didn't know if the ball hit the ground or what. I just knew he dove for it.
Yeah, no, he caught it. And it looked like the receiver he was throwing to fell down or something. I don't know. The play just completely broke apart. That's all I know. And he dove for it. I do think he did catch it.
I think
fun
you're right.
fact,
they eventually showed a replay. But I'm sitting here like, God, show a replay. Come on now.
Yeah, right. Let's confirm this. Yeah. But that being said, I mean, Amari Burney was the one that caught that ball. He was a linebacker.
Yep, he did.
All offseason, if you talk to any damn Florida fan, and this is a great point for me to bring up in general about Florida, and I'm not going to be too long, but Amari Burney and Trey Dean are one of the two that have played the worst. Amari Burney's been here for 6 years. Trey Dean's been here for 6 years. Trey Dean's a safety. Amari Burney a linebacker. Amari Burney, he didn't play a perfect game. Trust me, he got beat by Utah's tight end a few times. So trust me, I know, but he played a lot better than people thought he would, and then so did Trey Dean. But that's the whole point about what I'm saying about this coaching staff. Like they came in, they saw the talent, and they saw what they could do best, and they worked with it, and they put the best product on the field that they could have. And that's what I appreciate a lot about the staff. Because Dan Mullen's staff would have been like, "Oh, well, you're a senior, you got to play," or well, you're a freshman, you go ahead and sit behind. Like, just
I can't even make that point about Miami, even though I saw some problems with the defense that I didn't like. I also putting it in perspective, and the same could be said for Florida. Now you have game film to sit there and break down, and players and coaches can sit down and look at it. Okay, I should have done this instead of this. I should have done this instead of that angle. And I think you'll see a lot of improvement on things in week 2. And that's where I think Miami's schedule kind of favors them a little bit because we've got another team. Southern Miss is definitely a step up in competition, but it's still another team that Miami should easily blow out.
It's another game to work out stuff and figure stuff out, especially with Mario's first year. It's another. Let's get tuned up. Let's get tuned up and ready for Clemson. That's really what it should be. Let's beat A&M and then get tuned up. And you alluded to it earlier. I didn't see a whole lot out of A&M that scares me, other than obviously their defense is good. I'm not going to go in there and say they don't have a good defense. Yeah, so anybody with a good defense is probably beating Texas A&M if they play like that offensively.
Yeah. I mean, well, even as good as Texas A&M's defense is, it's just the way football is today, and the way offenses are. The game is. Miami's going to move the ball and put up points. Well, they're going to move the ball. Hopefully they put up points.
Yeah. Yeah, you just got to capitalize on it. But yeah,
I think that's
I
one
agree.
stat that I think that's one stat people put a little too much emphasis on, as far as, oh, the defense gave up this many yards. I don't care if my defense gives up 600 yards a game. If they're not giving up points, move that ball all you want to.
I agree, kind of. I don't want to see my defense giving up that many yards, period. But yeah, like you said, if they're not scoring on it, and I mean, what that is red zone defense, pretty much is what you're saying. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have a problem with that.
Defense.
Yeah, I wouldn't have a problem with it. I mean, and that's what I was saying about the Florida Utah game. I was like, I don't care how many first downs they get, stop them on this fucking drive and don't let them score. I don't care about what they give up or anything. Just don't let them score. So same exact point. Yeah, I agree.
I don't know if Miami's going to have an easy time against Texas A&M, though.
Well, I don't think anybody's saying it would be easy.
And here we go again, the overreaction category. Maybe we're overreacting about how bad Texas A&M looks. I mean, maybe so. We'll see. But they definitely didn't look good.
They've got
I'm not saying their offense looked great, but their defense did look pretty decent.
Yeah,
their defense,
like I said, nobody's doubting A&M's defense whatsoever.
Yeah, A&M's got a top 3 defense in the SEC, and it's Alabama, Georgia, and A&M, and it's 100%.
I'm just saying when they go to play Miami in that third game, I don't know who's going to win yet, but I don't see Miami scoring 77 points on Texas A&M.
No.
That's all I'm saying.
No,
That's not going to happen.
No.
That's too far away. Plus, it just ain't going to happen.
Let me check and see how much Van Dyke passed for. Because I'm just curious.
200.
About 200? Yeah, see, they didn't even have to throw the ball.
Yeah. They ran the ball mostly.
No, how'd
Jalen Knight do?
It was Jalen Knight didn't play.
He didn't even play? Why?
Hamstring injury, and they just decided at the last minute to hold him out of that game.
Okay. Oh, so you had Parrish. Okay.
I mean, they said that. I mean, he warmed up. I mean, he was there dressed out, and he warmed up. He could have played, but they just decided at the last minute not to. He'll play this week.
Okay, so you think he'll be ready in maybe by the Texas A&M game, maybe?
Yeah, and Don Chaney Jr. too. If he plays this week against Southern Miss, he'll play.
Yeah, that'd be big to have back. That would be big.
Yeah, and actually, I was pleasantly surprised. They kept the defense. I mean, they kept the offense actually very balanced. They had about 300 yards passing and a little over 300 yards rushing.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
Okay. I gotta go fishing. Thanks for having me in here.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, thanks for coming on, dude. I'm gonna shut it down pretty soon anyway. I just wanted to pop on here and just just go over the weekend.
It's always fun popping in here.
Yeah, thanks,
dude. I
gotta
go. All right, bye.
All right, buddy.
Yeah, I'm probably going to do the same thing because.
Yeah, I'm gonna shut it down here in a second.
Wave down.
Lay down.
All right, boss. Well, it was good to talk to you.
Yeah, man. Thanks for coming in, bro. Good talking to you always. He didn't remove himself, so I'll remove him. Appreciate you coming on, Slim. Yeah. So, my people, a great week of football. I tried to cover as much as I could. Of course, we had people come in. They want to talk about what they want to talk about. Like I said, Spencer Rattler, 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown. A little bit concerning. South Carolina beating Georgia and all. But anyway, let me look through real quick. I'll just give any final thoughts, and then we will shut this thing down. I do appreciate all y'all coming in, though. 20 people in here, 19, or whatever, however many it is. I appreciate y'all watching. I didn't even plan to really go very long, but if the people come, I got to give the people what they want. Huffer Billy, I appreciate you coming in, buddy. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, thank you. Well, I thank Traveling Fools for that, but yes, thank you, Huffer Billy. Shout out to Bet Lizard Circus. I'm going to go through these comments. Neo. ECG, Zona Tucson. CJ in here. Colby in here. Jay Shipes in here. Sports C. He comes in here when he can. Appreciate that. Breon Mitchell, I believe, is the name. He says Lamar Jackson, great passer. Hold on. Yeah, I kind of agree. I wouldn't say great or elite, but I agree. Mike 8883, whatever the numbers are, I appreciate him coming in here. All right, yep, that's enough of that. Yeah, but thank y'all for coming in here. Oregon State looked good yesterday. 34-17 over Boise State. Syracuse beat Louisville. Oh my God. Syracuse beat Louisville 31-7. Malik Cunningham is on a milk carton, and I've been high as hell on Malik Cunningham, but he's on a milk carton, apparently. I mean, Syracuse defense elite. I don't understand. I don't know. South Carolina, like I said, Spencer Rattler threw 2 interceptions, but they do beat Georgia State 35-14. Mississippi State blows out Memphis. Coastal Carolina beats Arkansas Army barely. Good game there. It looks like actually that could have been a good game. Auburn 42-16 versus Mercer. What's up, Octavian? Yeah, look out for Auburn. Look, I'm just saying. You know, Auburn, you know, whatever. Nebraska 38. Load, hurry up. Nebraska 38, North Texas 17. Or no, who is this? UND? I don't even know who that is. All I know is they gave up 17 points. This game in the beginning was very close. Nebraska was getting everything they could handle. So maybe they broke out toward the end, but Scott Frost, man, he's just not looking good. He is not looking good. UCLA had a pretty big win. Obviously, I'm a big fan of Dorian Thompson-Robinson. I do believe in him. UNC App State, we know about that. Maryland beat Buffalo. What did Talia do? I want to know what Talia did. All right, Talia passed for 290 yards. I'm a big dude. Hold on. Because Talia Tagabaga, Tua's brother, Talia at Maryland, he's a really good quarterback, and he's got Jacob Copeland, the transfer from Florida. So I want to see what Copeland did. Okay, I'm not going to talk about it. Takes me too damn long to pull this up. Anyway, let's go through the end of this, and then we'll be out of here, bro. Oh, Iowa beats San Diego State 7-3. I feel bad for anybody to watch that game. What that had to be the most boring game on a Saturday. And if you even turn your TV to an Iowa game on a Saturday and thought it would be fun, then shame on you. Kentucky struggles. Well, no struggle, but yeah, against Miami of Ohio, 37-13. Kentucky. Ole Miss, 28-10 over Troy. Now Troy's not a nobody, but Troy is definitely somebody that you should blow out. I guess I can't really judge off that score yet. Jackson Dart didn't do amazing, but they didn't blow him out. He didn't look amazing either. So yep. Yeah, I think that's it. And like I gave my thoughts about Michigan, I think JJ McCarthy, they're doing this weird thing where Cade McNamara started this week, and then JJ McCarthy starts next week, and I think JJ McCarthy is going to completely take the job over next week, depending who they play. Which Michigan's schedule is completely it's a cakewalk. It's one of the easiest schedules in college football. So you could very well see an undefeated Michigan and an undefeated Ohio State in the Big Ten title. Or, well, not the Big Ten title, but the Big Ten game at the end of the season. Bet, bro. All right, TB. Pause, people. Somebody wants to come in. Somebody. Octavian, flex, bro. Flex like you told him, bro. Flex like you told him it was going to happen. I'm here for it, bro. I mean, do it. Here he is. All right. I'm going to let y'all in. I don't have a time limit, but yeah, anyway, whatever.
Fishing, man.
What's up, my people?
What's going on, my man?
What's up, Octavian?
What an unbelievable football game we just saw last night. We pulled it out, my man. We pulled it out of there.
It was a good game, dude. It was a great game. Hey, I
love every second of it, boy. Especially all those bandwagon Utah fans from the off season.
Look at Will at it already, bro. Look at this. In the comments, look at this.
What'd he say?
Florida will lose to Texas A&M. You know what? After I saw what I saw from A&M yesterday, you know what? I don't know. I penciled that in as a loss for Florida, but now let Texas A&M play like that towards us, and yeah, we'll show you how it goes, bro. But Will, to answer that question too, no, we will not beat Tennessee. I don't think.
I think we will beat Tennessee. They haven't played anybody. We Pittsburgh will tell us the story.
They ain't played nobody. Yeah.
Nah, dude,
we'll see. We'll see. Look, Octavian, let's take it one week at a time, bro. Let's beat Kentucky first.
Let's beat
Kentucky first, and then if we beat Tennessee, then we 4-0, and people gonna show respect. But we gotta make that happen first. It's not easy. It's not easy, bro.
We just gotta take care of Kentucky, man. Take care of Will Levis and the Kentucky Wildcats, which that's not gonna be.
Well, I ain't worried about Will Levis. I ain't worried about that.
I know you trying to get off real quick fishing. I'm glad you let us on here. All I was gonna do is come on and tell people to definitely hit the like button, y'all, and sub up if you're not subbed up to my boy. And yeah, that's about it, bro. I'm out.
Hey, bro.
Yeah.
Tell the people where the show is.
There's a place called the Mouse's Ear, guys, and usually they have shows at 1 a.m. and 3 a.m. in the morning. Nah, what?
Appreciate you for coming.
Anyways, yeah, guys, me and Fishing do a show together. I say most of it was his idea. I know we probably collaborate a whole lot. We probably collaborate all the time, but we do a show. So if you get a chance, definitely check it out. We're gonna do a show this afternoon for the Florida State LSU game. We'll stream that some and talk about the 12-team playoff and the preview for next week's games. And so, anyways, yeah, do your thing, dog. Check us out if you can and hit the like button.
Yeah, appreciate you coming in. Yes, subscribe to Tiger Baskins. That's where the Saturday night show is. And trust me, you don't want to miss that show, bro. If you were there last night, Florida won live on air. So I went nuts. I had to calm myself down because I was live and I had to be there for you people. So, but I had to calm down. But it's a good show. I mean, we talk about everything across college football. So yeah, subscribe to Tiger Baskins. All you got to do is type it in. We all know who Carol Baskins is. All you got to do is type Tiger in front of it. That's all you got to do. Georgia Bulldog Will, I'm gonna answer this and then we'll get going. But let me read this again. Yes, we are still losing to Georgia, and that's fine. That's completely fine. Do you think I'm gonna be mad with Billy Napier's first year losing to Georgia? No, you're vastly mistaken. And yeah, you can go ahead and beat Samford more than Florida beat Samford. With your established team and all your 5 stars and all that, that's fine. Florida and a give up Dan Mullen team barely beating them. Look, I don't care about that. I no fucks given. I don't care. But no, Will, like I said, with all due respect though. Now, Will, do you really think A&M is going to beat us though now? Like from what you saw today? Third or fourth in the SEC. Well, it's not going to be Kentucky, so it's definitely third. Florida's definitely third in the East at this point because South Carolina, if you're judging by right now, Florida's better than South Carolina and Kentucky. So wipe that off your thought list. And you're still in off-season mode if you're saying that. Off-season mode was Florida's right just above Vandy and Missouri. Florida's horrible. Florida's going to be horrible this year. Florida just beat a top 10 team. So, I mean, look, the delusion can only go for so long. And I don't think next week versus Kentucky is a gimme. I don't think that at all. I think you got to go out there and earn that win. But what I am thankful for is nobody for Florida or for Utah got hurt this game. And I'm happy for that. And same for Georgia. Nobody got hurt in the Georgia-Oregon game either. That's what we like to see. When you have close games like this, I guarantee you all the players are sore right now. But no injuries, so that's always a positive. But yeah, Georgia. I want to call you Florida Gators, Will, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. But yeah, Will, no, I do appreciate you coming in, bro. JC, thanks for calling in. We're going to wrap this up. Just a little Saturday morning talk. I am going to, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to go do something. I don't know. And I'm sure y'all are going to go do something too. But thank y'all for coming in here. Stay tuned tonight. Me and TB are going to go live, probably on TB's channel. We'll see. But yeah, probably on TB's live. We're going to go live for the FSU LSU game. This is going to be another good game. Look here. Listen to me. We are spoiled right now. This is the third day in a row with college football. Third day. Now you can say, even if you didn't watch Friday night, I mean, if as long as I can turn the TV on as background noise and it's college football, I'm happy. So Thursday night we had great games. Friday night, there was a few watchable ones, but then yesterday we got absolutely spoiled and we learned a lot about our favorite teams. Thank you, Will. We learned a lot about our favorite teams, and we learned a lot of suspicions about some teams that may be snakes in the grass. They might be snakes in the grass. So we'll see. But like I said, me and TB probably going live tonight. So catch us there. And hey, I appreciate all y'all watching. It's your boy. Deuces.